Ozarowski Way at the Roberto Clemente Bridge. Welcome to PNC Park. Diamond Dynasty Baseball on tap tonight. It's the All-Stars taking on the Ballers. All right, ready to go here. Charles McAdoo now at the plate.
Number 26.
And we're underway in Pittsburgh.
7 o'clock.
DeGrom in his 12th season, 37 years young. And he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2010.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Finishes him off at 103. Just getting started here in Pittsburgh.
Ball inside.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Drew Romo. And a foul ball. Way out front for strike 2.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Towards first, Bell. The tag, and he's out. And that is that. Back here at PNC Park, our starter in this one, Parker Messick. What do you have on him?
Boog, he's a guy that takes great care of himself because he wants to finish every game he starts. I think for any lineup that faces him, you've got to try to have lengthy at-bats and run up that pitch count. Anything to help get him out of the game early.
Taylor under this one. Takes it in for the out. Ian Happ up to hit. Former first-round pick out of the University of Cincinnati. Grew up in Pittsburgh. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. That one blasted deep to right. Carrying well. And it is gone. A solo shot. And it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0. So 2 down. Now up to him, Francisco Lindor. Out to short, De La Cruz. And that is the inning. Back here in Pittsburgh, top of the second, Jacob Gonzalez digs in now.
All 1.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
Ball.
Fouled off left side. 2-2 now. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's a ball.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He sends it out of here. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. M.J. Melendez, the next to hit. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. This one popped up. And there's 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
That one fouled off. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the top of the second. And that skips in the dirt. On the ground, right side. And that one handled. That's the 3rd out. Back here at PNC Park. And now the right fielder, Cody Bellinger. Check swing to the first pitch. Look down to third. Didn't go. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Ball 1.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Ball, that's it.
Tied up here in the early going. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And there's a ball. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw to second, out, and that wasn't close. Payoff pitch. This one in the air, right field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And that's going to get into the corner. Around second now, as they still don't have it. Pulls into third safely with a triple.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Strike on the inside corner. Late on that fastball. One away with a runner at third. Bottom half of inning number 2. And a swing and a miss. 2 gone. Next is the designated hitter. And a foul ball. De La Cruz tosses to first. That ends the inning. Top half of the 3rd inning. Now it's the right fielder, James Wood.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
That one at triple digits.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Swing and a ground ball. Fires over to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Foul.
In the air to left center. Beltran on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. So the batting order turns over. Here's the second baseman, Charles McAdoo. Just missed.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
That clips the corner. Swing and a miss. Set for the bottom of the third. Leading off, Jackie Robinson. That one ripped right center field. And in one hops the wall. And he starts the bottom of the third with a double.
Wastes no time there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Now a long throw home. Save!
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say,
runner on the move. And that's fouled off. One on, nobody out. A run in here in the last half of the third. Runner goes again. Pitch is low. No throw. He's in there safely. And Ian swings through it. Now he breaks his bat. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. He actually kind of fooled him with the breaking ball on the inside part of the plate there. Didn't get a good piece of it, but he got just enough to fight it off and make it work out.
Cabrera swings through it for strike one. Outside low, and now it's even 1-1. Pickoff move to second. Beltran back on a dive. Swings through that one for strike two.
Very well executed changeup right there. If he can command the fastball consistently, that's going to be an important pitch in terms of him turning this outing around.
No outs, runners at first and second. Now a pop-up on the infield. One away.
Now batting for Pittsburgh, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And that one fouled off. Two on, one out.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this. Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Oh, great stop. The feed for one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. As we go to the top of the fourth, now the number 2 hitter, Yohendrick Pinungo. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Well, these guys just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Ball, that's outside.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
That's out to center field. That's a hit. And the tying run is on base.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Oh, that's inside.
Misses off the plate. Ball one.
Nope, that's a ball.
that one at triple digits.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
That one misses. Ball 3.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion.
Runner takes off in the air, right field. And there's one down. One out, man at first. And now the first baseman, Jacob Gonzalez. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Here's a 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Up the middle, Lindor. Behind the back, flip to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. Back here in Pittsburgh, ready to go, bottom 4. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Yeah. Nice grab. Fires to first, and they get the out. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. That's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
At the plate, Jorge Posada. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Messick checks the runner. Safe at second, and he gets back in. Man at second. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 3. Base hit. Bell around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to.
Now on the bump, number 78.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score.
Over to second for 1. And that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter. Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Out towards right center field. Bellinger moving under this one. Takes it in for the out.
Now batting for the All-Stars, the designated hitter, MJ Melendez.
And a foul ball. Strike 2. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back there. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. Now the third baseman cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Wow. That's not even close to the zone.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. In the air to left center. And that's the third out. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Digging in, Jackie Robinson.
Well, these players doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Ball, that's out.
Taylor hustling after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Ball one.
In the air, left field. And that is foul. Big stack center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing.
Runner on the go. They pitch out. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Fouled off to the right. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
Ball two.
Stays alive. Man at second. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. Runner steals third, though they get the out on the dropped strike three. Now the left fielder, Miguel Cabrera. Just missed.
That's just out.
Swing, and he popped it up. Has room, and he makes the catch. Back here at PNC Park, now it's the right fielder, James Wood.
You know, this group of hitters, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Line drive, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
That one at triple digits. On the ground right side. There's one. A sensational double play. Base is empty after the double play. Charles McAdoo will hit next.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. Nope, he held back. 2 down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the sixth.
Fooled on that pitch, got a little anxious.
And that one hammered. That's back. Out of here. He'll take a trot around the bases. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Ball, that's in.
This one high in the air to left center. Beltran on the move. And that is that. Back here in Pittsburgh. Francisco Lindor. Adam Macko takes over on the mound.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out. Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Lindor swings through that one. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Macko, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Bell, the next to hit, takes ball one. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
2 on, 1 out. Right down to shoot. Strike one. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Out number 2.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
First and second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 on, 2 outs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
That misses. Full count now. Outside and low, it's ball 4. Bases loaded and a potential tying run. 90 feet away from scoring after he saw a lot of pitches and earned the walk. Sean Armstrong on to pitch here.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this. Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Fights it off. You'll see another. 1-2 now. And that one up and in. Look out.
Straighten him up a little bit. Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Payoff pitch. To second, and he's out. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. We go to the top of the seventh. The switch-hitting catcher will come up to hit. Drew Romo.
Now pitching.
The left-hander on now, Aaron Ashby. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. And fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. Coming out of the bullpen throwing beatings. Taylor in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Ashby, 27 years old, and he was drafted. Struck him out swinging. Bottom of the seventh. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Carlos Beltran. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Pop foul out of play off to the right. On the ground. And that chance handled. Throws to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the seventh.
At the plate for the baller. Second baseman.
Outside low. Ball one. And another ball.
That's inside.
Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Right through there for a strike. And they'll do it again. Two down. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. And that's a one-out single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Absolutely smoked that baseball. What a swing. Sent it out way faster than it came in, of course. 113 off the bat, and no matter where you hit it at that speed, it's tough to make a play on.
And in this big spot. Here comes Francisco Lindor.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And he swings through that one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Runners at first and second with one gone. Here the bottom of the seventh. He goes down looking. The first one to Bellinger is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. as he was out front that time.
Nope.
And that's
Outside.
awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now. He's
that's off the
just
plate.
missing
Ball
with
two.
some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think. Oh, good pitch is a strike.
Got him swinging for the K. Back here at PNC Park, we're at the top of the 8th. MJ Melendez getting ready to hit. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Off the mark there. And that is ball 1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
In the air, left field. And there's one down. One out man at first. And now the right fielder. James Wood, 1 for 2.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
The 1-0. That clips the corner.
That was the pitch to hit. Four-seam fastball instead of that sinker ball that makes you hit it on the ground. He missed a good one.
And 1-2. And that's a strikeout looking. And that's 4 strikeouts. In the dirt. Got him. Great throw, and that's the inning. Back here in Pittsburgh, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Josh Bell now at the plate.
Ball. Yeah.
Going to count 1-2.
Well, I've noticed they've been pitching him hard inside, and the key is if you're going to make a mistake, you got to make it off the dish. If it leaks out over the plate with this kind of power, we'll be asking for a new baseball.
De La Cruz takes it in for the out. 1 down. That's his second hit of the day. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift onto the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
Pinch hitter coming on, Gary Sanchez. He gets a chance with a runner in scoring position and 1 gone. So they turn to their closer, number 72.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
1-1 now. A little out front there as he swings through it. One out and a runner at second. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines just ensure.
There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. Out of here. A 2-run blast. So up next, Jackie Robinson. Check swing called strike. And that's strike one. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Slings to first in time. And that's down, a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And ring him off, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strike. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now it's the shortstop, number 44.
Now pitching.
Darren O'Day gets the call from the pen.
Ball, that's down.
Swing and a foul out of play. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. That one gets down for a hit. Throws to second. The tag out.
You're out.
Just missed.
That big curve inside's a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
One down, base is empty here in the 9th. Swings and misses. And they're down to their last out. Pinango now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. They're down to their final strike.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. You're up there at the plate. You got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
On to first. Ball game. And your final score 5-2.
Gemini child who was written in the
Girl, jump up to this non-stop turn and twist. Out of his mercy. What's on the done of a